Maybe I'll start for one or two. Then we can.
Thanks.
Yeah, make yourself comfortable.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Mrugendra Lal.
Yes.
Banot is your surname.
Yes, sir.
Hail from Khammam district.
Yes.
Which college in Khammam did you study? Your intermediate?
My schooling was in Khammam, sir.
Okay.
Century High School. College I did from Hyderabad.
Which college is that?
Narayan Junior College.
When did you get into police service?
The last year, sir, 2019.
19. So which part of the training are you undergoing now?
Phase 1, sir.
Phase 1.
It's been 3 months since I started the training program.
Did you complete your foundation course?
No, sir, I haven't.
You skipped it.
Yes,
So
sir.
you'll go later.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about the scheduled areas of Khammam district if you are in the know.
I don't know the names of the scheduled areas as such.
What are scheduled areas?
So they are defined under the Schedule 5 of the Constitution. They have got separate powers to administer themselves with the provisions of the Constitution. And the governor has special role to play in scheduled areas, and there is tribal advisory group to look into the developmental matters of the tribal people. And
Does the constitution give any powers to the scheduled tribes to govern themselves in Khammam district?
no, sir.
No. What about restrictions on sale or purchase of land in the scheduled areas?
Not sure about it.
Have you heard of something called scheduled area land transfer regulation?
I mean, I heard of few such regulations in some states, but I am not sure if Khammam district comes under that act or not.
Of course, Khammam is scheduled area. Which is the headquarters of ITDA for Khammam district? The erstwhile Khammam district, so to say.
Bhadradri.
Who are the aboriginal tribals?
So actually, they inhabited the land for the first time in the local area. They are the aboriginal tribes. Like their evolution, I mean, their history can be traced from that area itself. They are the aboriginal tribes, like the Gonds, Rajgoons of Adilabad district, and Nayak Forts, such tribes.
And have you heard of something called primitive tribal groups?
Yes.
Who are they? You studied anthropology.
Yes, sir. Sir, they are the vulnerable sections among the tribes as such, sir. Few tribes are empowered and hence they were able to take the benefits of the government schemes. Few tribes are even lacking behind because of various reasons, because of their geographical proximity, because of their shyness to come into contact, because of their low population density, low literacy levels. Hence they have been categorized into separate groups, sir. And there are 75 such groups, if I am not wrong, spread over 98 states.
Did your father motivate you to get into politics?
No, sir.
He is an ex-member of Legislative Assembly.
Yes, sir.
From which constituency?
Via constituency in Khammam district.
He is no more in active politics now?
Not really, sir. No more.
Currently you are undergoing training and you still seem to have divided loyalties to the service. Why don't you see yourself as a police officer? When do you want to become an IAS officer?
And I'm sorry to differ a little. I don't have any undivided loyalties. I'm very proud to be an IPS. But since I have an opportunity to go for my desired service, I've taken that opportunity. That's the only reason I'm trying for IAS.
So you use the word desire.
Yes, sir.
What is the motive for that desire?
So since childhood, I've been motivated by my father to become an IAS officer. So hence that desire stayed with me. That's the reason, sir.
I see. But don't you think the police service will lose a good police officer?
Sir, I think that in the end...
You have already made the cut and you are already undergoing training and government is also spending something on you. Isn't it?
True, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I think that in the end you have to come to the service of the people, sir, in whatever manner you wish. So I think that should be the baseline on which we should build our motto towards the service or anything.
Or is there anything more in IAS that you want to move from IPS to IAS?
So that has been, as I mentioned earlier, that has been my desire, sir.
Only desire.
I mean, I feel that I could work more there.
Oh.
Since I could do more there and being coming from a tribal background, I understand the development problems of the people.
Okay. That
Hence, that motivates me more, sir.
Okay. More diversity. And,
Exactly, sir.
Okay. Good. Of late, I have been reading in newspaper there are more and more custodial deaths, and these days, the working of police is more under scrutiny.
Yes, sir.
Why is this happening?
Sir, I think.
Are we? Is the police service still stuck in, time machine? Or?
Sir, I beg to differ with that. Police service has been evolving. I mean, the evolution has been slow. The development has been not visible as such. But then the problem with, as you call the custodial deaths, the problem is not following the CRPC properly, sir. If you follow the CRPC code properly, and if we don't take law into our hands, I think custodial deaths can be reduced, sir.
So, where the remedy lies?
So the remedy lies in following CRPC diligently, sir, in letter and spirit. And at the same time, we also have to coordinate with the judicial system. We have to take them into our. We have to rationalize. We have to talk to them and rationalize with our thoughts. And their vigilance is also necessary, sir.
Some training deficit?
Yes, sir. I agree with that, sir. There is training deficit also because as you use the word stagnated. The lower level of police has been especially been stagnated, sir. I think we need to upgrade. Take training modules for them. We need to start educating them. We need to tell them about what's the law because they are the people who are on the ground. Hence, they are the first point of contact. So training them is very important.
Oh, you see, as we see every day, Shaheen Bagh occupies, space in newspapers almost every day. Now, if you were to handle the situation, how would you do it?
Sir, being a democratic country, I think there should be a space for protest, sir, because it's enshrined in our constitution. Article 19 calls for it. Given that the restrictions given in Article 19 also should be followed, sir. So that would be my principle of moving ahead with the dealing with the protest, sir. That's all. Hence, based on that, we need to first talk to the concerned leaders of the protest and talk to them how are they going to handle the protest. The intelligence should be gathered as to if there are going to be any disruptive forces in the protest. Accordingly, we have to supply the manpower to the protest, and there should be proper guarding of the area. We have to make sure that no arms and ammunition are being carried, and no one person from people with other motivations not enter the protest. And it should be carried and make sure that it gets carried out in a peaceful manner.
You don't see it as a law and order problem?
Sir, it becomes a law and order problem once the rights are violated and the public order is disturbed. Till then, as long as it's a peaceful protest.
But they are blocking the road, they are causing a lot of inconvenience to commuters, school children, office goers, everybody is, put to some trouble because of that. They are literally blocking the road.
Sir, here I think we need to persuade them, sir. And one thing which has been taught by my faculty is that in a democratic country like India, there should be a space to protest. So we need to build special spaces to protest. Then so that the normal life won't be disturbed in cities and other areas.
Well, you come with a family background of politician. Your father is probably was a MLA. And recently, I'm sure you must have seen in newspaper, Supreme Court said the criminal history of the legislators or the candidates must be published, and it should be given wide publicity also by the party which is giving the ticket. Now I was just wondering if a criminal case is pending in a court, and as you know, the jurisprudence is that until a person is really declared, convicted by the court, he is presumed to be innocent. Why should the criminal history be publicized? Even before the trial has begun, even before he has been, declared offender, and does it not affect his right?
Yes, sir, it certainly does affect his right? And
but why do you think Supreme Court has taken that kind of a view?
Sir, I think that Supreme Court has taken such view to empower the voters. If at all the criminal history to be published, the status of the criminal, I mean the trial also should be published in that list, sir. So that people would know that who are actually convicted, who are still undergoing the trial process.
For convicted people, there is no problem.
Yes, sir.
People who are still facing the court cases, the law presumes that until you are convicted, you are an innocent. Then you have no business to tell me that I am an offender, I am a criminal, and all that.
Sir, I think we need not see it in a negative light also, sir.
No, I am not saying negative. I am just placing the position before you, and I would like you to respond to it.
Sir, I don't see anything wrong in it, sir, because the voters would be getting to know who exactly are contesting the elections. I mean, I see it from a voter's perspective, sir.
Voter's perspective. Okay. Not so much from the rights of the
Yes,
contesting candidate.
I mean, if they are not convicted, they are not convicted, sir. So I feel that rights are also not affected as such. Because anyways, if you really want to know the status of the trial, you can get to know. Now it's only being consolidated as such.
What should be the approach of government as far as tribals issues are concerned? Either it is isolation or assimilation. As a student of anthropology and someone who comes from that area, how do you look at it, the issue? Should we take one extreme or the other extreme, or is there a middle ground?
Yes, sir, there is a middle ground called integrationalism. We need to integrate them into the mainstream development process of the country and make them key stakeholders of the development process. And in this regard, there is this tribal punch given by late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. I think that can be the model of development for integrating tribals into the mainstream development process.
Again then.
Yes.
So you got an idea to get out of IPUs?
Not really.
But in your options, you have given all the options, not opted to IPS only.
Yes, sir.
So you want to go for IRS like that?
No, sir, I didn't think it that way. I just thought, we never know what would happen. So hence I thought better be safe than sorry. And I just didn't wanted to...
I'm not sure of getting
Sure.
into IAS.
Yes, sir. No, nothing like that also, sir. If I have the option to give all of them, better I give all of them. I may take it or may not take it.
Okay.
That's
So
what-
you mentioned about drones, that is in
Yes, sir.
Hyderabad. So recently there was a big issue in Hyderabad between two tribal communities. So why this trouble has come?
Sir, are you talking about Lambadas versus Rajgods?
Yes.
Sir, that is based on the concept of aboriginal tribes, sir. They are the original land inhabitant. Gonds, yes, sir. Lambadas have been migrated from Rajasthan and other places. Hence, the scheduled tribe status should be given to Gonds, is their claim, sir. That's the issue. The benefits of the government are also majorly being common.
Lambadas and Gonds both are recognized as states in UP.
Yes, sir.
So now what exactly the problem there?
The problem is with the reservation, sir. The Rajgond, the Adivasis are demanding for more reservation. Not more reservation, exclusive reservation for them within the ST category, as compared to Lambadas, who are taking the major share of the benefits given by government.
So after that we got the categorization demand among the SCs and STs also, as you know.
Yes, sir.
So should we go for categorization?
Sir, I think the case needs to be studied well, sir, before we take such steps, measures. A committee can be formed which can look into the actual status, historical context, and the current context, and based on its recommendation, we can move ahead.
So there is a demand for also promotions in the jobs. That means the reservation the job promotions also. So what is your take?
Sir, Article 16(4)(a) says that provides for reservation promotions. Recently, Supreme Court has also said that it's only an enabling provision. It's not a fundamental right of the people. It depends on the government's interest and all. Beyond all this, I think we need to consider Nagaraj case, sir, where it calls for administrative efficiency. That also should be a key part in making promotions.
As a part of social justice, as long as this representation is very low, isn't it important to give promotions for the reserved category?
Yes, sir, it is important, sir, but not at the cost of efficiency, administrative efficiency.
So, in a social justice aspect, we have to see that all the people get equitable distribution of the resources. So, from that point of view, is it important to give this promotions, or just it's left to the state whether they can give or not like that?
It is important.
So, you also mentioned that you watch movies. So, what are the recent movies you have watched?
So lately I wasn't able to watch any.
So, what is the best movie you like?
So there is Forest Gump, Godfather, depends, sir. There is Dark Knight. There are very
No, I am
many-
asking you the movie you like the most.
I like the most. There is this comedy movie called Super Troopers, sir. Lately, that is my interest, sir. I've been watching it continuously.
Okay. So there is the Fifth Finance Commission. So Fifth Finance Commission, is it fair to discriminate between the states basing on the performance?
Sorry, sir, are you talking about 15th or
15th is different to 15th.
Fifth Finance Commission.
Sir, when we consider competitive federalism when we consider it as a parameter, I think the performance should be given proper credit. But at the same time, non-performing states or poor performing states also should be given the same weightage, sir.
But once you see, especially this is discriminated against the South Indian states.
Yes, sir.
Allocation of the resources are concerned. Suppose if you are made the advisor to the finance minister, what would your advice to her?
Sir, for at least till the next finance commission, we need to properly monitor, sir. First, we need to give money to the poor states as well, or non-performing states as well as we need to come up with policies for developed states where they can generate more revenue for themselves.
You know, looking at you, I'm quite impressed that, 1, 2, 3, you're quite suited to be a IPS officer. You know, your personality suits. The second thing is, if not, you would be quite good in the corporate world. Expression and all that. Since you studied in IIT Chennai, after your final year, did you get any offer for a job to, go abroad or multinational company? What happened? Why you shifted away from, say, lucrative career abroad in technology? See, most of IIT staff are, doing quite well abroad. So you could have done quite well there. Or a company. What shifted you out of this? How did you get out of that kind of an highly charged environment?
Sir, services has been my interest since childhood, sir. As I mentioned earlier, my father has always motivated to go into services, do public service, be a government servant. So hence, I didn't have the thought of entering the corporate world in the first place.
Then why did you go to IIT?
Sir, that was because I had the opportunity to study in a premier institute. I did not want to lose that opportunity. That was the idea to enter IIT.
No, then you should have done BA or whatever, some course which you could have directly, since you were focused right from the beginning.
Sir, focus was
Or you thought engineering is a better route to IAS?
No, sir, I was good in mathematics.
Okay.
So hence that was a natural choice that came to me. That was the intention. Other than I didn't plan much, sir, as such at that stage in time. Because since IITs are one of the premier institutes, I had no doubt about joining them. It was an opportunity as such to be in such a premier institute. The exposure you get in such institutes is very good. So I did not want to lose that opportunity.
Well, that means you have typically followed the route of Narayana, Chaitanya, you are a Narayana product, then IIT. So you
Yes,
just
sir.
logically went through, but the back of your mind, you were always
Yes, sir.
focused in
Yes, sir.
IAS.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's very interesting. So you took anthropology in your exam. Why anthropology? Is it scoring or you could have taken math, which you were very strong, some subject in science, and then.
Actually, that was the conflict for me as also, sir. I was wondering between maths and anthropology. But then I thought that being coming from a tribal background, so I will be more able to relate more with anthropology, and that would be a new subject to learn also, and that will also make my preparation interesting as such. That was the motto behind anthropology.
You know, a long time ago, I spent time with Nick Bones. There were huge festivals happening, and a lot of interesting things about tribals and all that. But of late, I feel there's something lacking in anthropology. We look at communities asserting their role. They want recognition. So, what do you feel? One minute, if you can tell me, within the country, do we have enough work done in anthropology? Can you contribute anything by getting into civil services or some program in the future to improve their lot?
Rajgod, sir.
Any tribes, all over we have, all of them more of some knowledge, information, they're struggling. There's not much work done. Academically, I'm not very sure.
Yes, sir. As you mentioned, there has been a lot of work done before 1990s, sir, by many famous anthropologists like Heimendorf, Verrier Elwin, and M.N. Srinivas. But currently, the shift has been from anthropology to sociology, sir, more today in India. So we are more focused on urban societies and urban lifestyles rather than the tribal or vulnerable sections of the society. So I think, sir, we can use the learnings of previous anthropologists. We have to understand, there is this NMS National Man Spirit Complex of LP Vidyarthi. It's a major concept in developmental anthropology, sir. Today, anthropology has become an academic discipline, not a field discipline as such. Yes, sir. The ethnographies, the field studies, folk studies which have been done by previous anthropologists are not being put into much use, I would say. Hence, the problems of asserting their rights are coming, sir. If we take if I would be in a situation placed here, firstly I would try to understand the history, culture, ethnography, sir. Not to the level of an academic level, but at least their perspective. And we can come up with we can integrate it with the previous studies and we can come up with solutions.
Because, most of the time we look at in international information or studies on India, not our own. Even in a lot of history we quote some Britishers. Similarly, I think a lot of work needed and it's all neglected today. That's what my perception of all this.
True, sir. I agree with that, sir. That's what I mean, sir. It has become a purely academic discipline. We need to make it a field discipline. And we need to promote action anthropology, applied anthropology, developmental anthropology, such concepts, sir.
What do you think of social media? Whatever time you have spent in the police, what is its impact, good, bad? How do you look at this playing an important role already in your career so far or future if you are in civil service?
Sir, I would call social media a revolution, sir. Because the way it has changed the people's contact, the way it has magnified the globalization process in the world is humongous, sir. It cannot be quantified at all. And I feel, sir, with any revolutions, there come good things, there will be few bad things left over. So I think I see it as it's a mix of both, sir.
For example, our Disha,
yes, sir.
This case which if you followed, the social media played a role which I think really raised expectations to such a level that ordinary people are paying for blood. So it completely influenced this. If you are an IAS officer, you will be really in a difficult situation.
True, sir.
So are you looking at this and getting trained or something to handle? Do you think the services will require to be familiarized and all that in future?
Yes, sir. Certain services, because we are the most transparent part of the government, sir, we need to be very clear with our actions. We may have many pressures, many people from the outside would speak. As I said earlier, it's a revolution, sir. Again, in Disha case also, if we look into the case, many people were sensitized at the one side of the argument. At the other side of the argument, many people got emotionalized. So it works both ways, sir. We need to weigh out the factors. We cannot go impulsively on the emotional aspect as such.
Yeah, Manoj,
Yes, sir.
you mentioned that custodial deaths can be prevented by following CRPC in word and letter.
Yes, sir.
But today's mood of the people is instantaneous justice. They don't have the patience to wait. If you follow the CRPC, it's a long process, and it requires tremendous amount of time. How do you think you can see nearby a case or all these cases, the reaction from the public?
Yes.
When the courts could not do, they blamed the courts. When the police didn't take action, they blamed. When the police took action, they have all the praise. Like Sajanar, he became a hero in fact because he took action. How do you rate if you are posted as a police officer in that situation? What you will do?
Sir, in any situation, we should not take law into our hands, sir. Because the rule of law is equally applicable for citizens as well as the people who impose that law or who enforce that law. Hence, we should not take law into our hands at all, sir, given any situation. Because once we take law into our hands, the second thought of the people would be that they are also abrogating the law. Why not we? So in the short term it would appear that the justice has been served and all, but in the long term, if you introspect as to what happened exactly, the idea would be that they have taken law into their hands. Hence, people will also think that if the law enforcers are taking law into their hands, why not we?
But you must have been told in the academy, justice delayed is justice denied. If that is the case, by following CRPC, are you not delaying the justice and ultimately you are denying the justice to the people?
Sir, there is one provision in CRPC which says that the investigation has to be completed in 90 days, 60 to 90 days, based on the case it may be. So I think the maximum effort should be to finish the case by that deadline. And there is one Prakash Singh case, Prakash Singh judgment case, where the sir clearly mentions that the law and order and investigation duties need to be separated. I think that should form our first step towards a speedy justice system, sir.
And your father is in the politics and you must have seen a lot of elections.
Not really, sir, because I was always away from home.
but-
But I was aware of elections happening.
Yeah, but today in elections, people give money to the voters. Sometimes you purchase the opposition candidate. Is there any law to prevent that?
None I am aware of, sir. Anti-defection.
No, there is anti-defection after getting elected. People Representation Acts.
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. Why there is a law, but
There
we
is
are,
representation of people's side.
but why we are not able to? Why the government is not able to stop it?
Sir, my opinion with respect to this has been that, sir, there is no intra-party democracy, sir. So when there is no intra-party democracy, the significance of candidates is significantly reducing, sir. Only the political party's power is being visible. Hence, the people are not able to choose on the basis of the merit of the candidate, but on the merit of the political party as such. Which party has got more stout, which party has got more money power. I think if we promote intra-party democracy, and in a way, anti-defection law is also against the intra-party democracy concept. So the idea is to promote intra-party democracy. If we promote that, the significance of candidates will increase, and their contributions in many debates in the legislature and parliament will also increase. Their representation of their constituents will also increase, sir.
You have been told in the academy what is the difference between the COG offence and non-COG offence.
Yes, sir.
What is the offence when somebody gives money to the voters? Is it a COG offence or non-COG offence?
Sir, I know the logic behind it and how the categorization is done, but I am not sure about if it's a
Yeah, in
cognizable.
fact, there is so much of uproar from the election commission to the government. to make it cognizable offense.
Yes. I thought it's a non-cognizable.
That is the crux.
Yes, sir. Because since it's not a serious offense, non-serious offences are considered non-cognizable. Serious offences are considered cognizable, sir, in general.
More than 2 years imprisonment is cog offense,
Yes.
where police can take action and
Immediately.
people can be arrested.
Yes.
Whereas non-cog, you can't arrest a person
Yes.
because you already undergoing training. So something is expected from you.
Yes.
Very formally the answer. Shall I
Yeah.
a little bit about
Yes. Yeah.
one of your countenance is you have a very pleasant personality,
Thank you.
and your answers also I could see more balance, more or less. But some of the things like when you are asked about the tribal lands, the first thing should strike is there is so much uproar in the parliament. Land Transfer Act. The land cannot be transferred from a tribal to a non-tribal. That's the first thing. The rest of things will follow later on, development other
May I
things.
take some notes?
Yeah.
So like that,
No.
your
You will be
answer-
shown. You will be shown this.
It's all being recorded.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if your answers you have to very clear and very firm. Once you say, I want to, you said you desired service. Why it is desired service? Why you have, it's not that you have no option, that's why you are going somewhere. You be firm on this answer and stick to it. In fact, there is nothing wrong. People can take wrong decisions, but they have to stick to it. Wavering should not be there in that. Basically, that's in your answers, you have to be taking care of that point. I think that's
Yeah, I think the board has taken 35 minutes to interview you.
Okay, sir.
Usually in UPSC they take about 25 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So to supplement what the chairman has said, you are also very truthful in your answers. When you didn't know something about the question, you didn't know the answer, you said very frankly that despite provocations, you are keeping your composure. That's a very good attribute. Your articulation is good. And you have variety of interests, and you also have depth in the matters where you wanted to probe further. As the chairman said, you should know about LTR because you raised the issue of Rajgons, Adilabad, Lambadas from Maharashtra, where they are not STs migrating to Adilabad, buying lands. So you may expect some questions on this. So you must know everything about the land transfer regulation. Then about finance commission, you said yes, even poor states should be given resources. Poor states are given based on the formula recommended by the 15th Finance Commission or whichever is the Finance Commission. And there are weightages given to the population,
Yes, sir.
to the area, to the way in which the taxes are being collected, to the forest density. Okay, these are all the weightages given. And population growth rate. The clamor about getting more by the southern states is basically because instead of 1971 as the base for the population, it's 2011, and in spite of the fact that they have improved on the family welfare measures, they are not getting adequate allocation, though they are very progressive. That is the clamor, that is the demand. But then Government of India goes by the recommendations of the Finance Committee. So you must know the basics. Not that poor states are not getting, non-performing states are not getting. You also mentioned that everybody gets. So there is a criteria well defined based on which resources are given. I think with this you are quite promising. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
By and large, there is nothing more to add except that the justification for moving from police to administrative service was a little deficient in the sense that I had to really supply the missing part of it, that diversity part of it and all that. You always, most of the time you are only harping on desire, which means it's more of a personal thing, and there is no sort of, your empathy with the, conditions of people around you and things like that. So it seemed more like a personal goal, rather than a intention to serve the society in some way or in a more diversified way. Okay, so I think a little more rationalization would have helped. Okay, I mean there's nothing wrong in someone having a personal goal as long as it is illegal, not illegal, and all goals are justifiable. But more emphasis should have been on that. And the second thing I was wondering, you mentioned my faculty told me in academy. As if you don't believe in democracy, you don't believe in.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you are true to yourself, probably. That also I appreciate. But at the same time, democracy is a value that, as a public servant, you should own it up, isn't it? That should be, it should be integral to your personality, isn't it?
Okay.
So, but you slipped up saying, because my faculty told, then.
Because it was an interesting way the faculty has put it up, sir. So I remember it very vividly.
Anyway, you acknowledged, their input, but at the same time, the value of, consultation, convincing someone through democratic process and all that should have become part of your being. All the more when you are entering public service. So probably other than that, there's nothing more. But I have some difficulty as far as your justification of this criminal history of a candidate being publicized. I have some difficulty in appreciating that. Because as long as a person is still, not convicted, what is the, you are just painting a very tainted picture of a person in public domain. Although, of course, media writes, someone is accused of a rape, of a, some hostel girl, this and that, all kinds of things are happening. But Supreme Court says it should be publicized by the party. So that is, I think somewhere we have to strike a balance between. Probably my personal view, Supreme Court has gone beyond its brief, even at the cost of, diluting the basic principle of, criminal justice. Yeah? That's all. Nothing more.
Thank you.
Brilliant. I asked about the movie. So just you fumbled.
So, honestly, I'm not into movies, sir. No.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm asking about the first movie what you watch. So the purpose of knowing the intention of knowing the best movie is not to whether you are interested for movies or not. But movie gives a message. So how this message is relevant to the society. So that we want to see that. So this is a good opportunity for you to come up with a theme of that movie. So this is one area. Otherwise, they performed. You are highly matured person. I think you attended 5 times. No?
Yes, sir. This is my fifth attempt.
Fifth attempt. So how many times did you attend for the interview?
2 times.
2 times. I think you know how to face the interview.
Yeah.
But of course, how many marks did you get last time?
168, sir.
168. So you are more or less, you maintain the same performance, but you have improved.
Yes.
When is your interview?
March 11th, sir.
March 11th. Okay, 20 days. So just brush up, as Sir said, about the Finance Commission, the parameters. And about the Adilabad means immediately it brings about the conflict among these tribes. So that's one area where you must have good knowledge.
Thank you.
I think, in the contemporary, if you take last 2 years, the policing, law and order, social justice, people are in complete mind space of public. And the way police is handling, the way courts are handling cases and all this. I think you are in line for a lot of fire if the panel is engaged in this. I think you should brush up on how policing image can be improved, how you can tackle and become more friendly with the citizens of this country. Also, law and police action. As you said, law should take its own course, and then police should not take law into their hands. They are very nice to chat, but I think in the ground, people are very, very angry. If you look at this Nirbhaya case, a lot of friends who want to go and throttle the judge, the fellow who's fighting the case, everything. So the motive aspects are very high. So I think you need to brush up and give a more balanced view on how you can handle it. I think that's, otherwise you are, I think, quite composed.
Yeah, just a last word I would like to say. As you know, they already pointed out the points. What you have to, you still have time.
Yes, sir.
So take care of your Land Transfer Act. That's very important because you are tribal, you are coming from a tribal area. you are expected to know because you are also to anthropology. Second thing is, you are talking about police, as you mentioned, police reforms. There is a court case already. Lot of independence is required for the police to act because it's acting in the police political wing of the government of the country. So it may be looking ideal, but you should be looking for an ideal situation where you wanted to bring reforms. In fact, it may not be practical, but there is nothing wrong in towing the line which is already given by others. So he got a very good point. When you are going to interview, you should always bring the panel to your strongest point. That's how I can do it. You already gave your hobbies. You said movie. You first find out a movie which you liked, why you liked, what is the theme, what message it can, and prepare in at least a page on this and go for it. The moment they ask you about a hobby, immediately shoot out this. This is the movie I like. Why I like this? Because of this. So that the time is already gone. You're not giving opportunity for them to put other questions. They will only put in on this question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You want to ask anything? Any clarification?
Yes, sir, I do have certain.
Yeah, 1 second. I'd just like to add a little bit.
Yes, Prasad, please.
Most of us, I'll say now, conducted this panel number of times. We always look for the ideal answer, right? CRPC, law, and this and that. The candidate always lists, let's follow the law, let's follow the law, let's follow the law. Nothing wrong in that. But somewhere I think I got no choice except to follow the law or face the consequences. But there is other flip side of the coin. For instance, look, many a time I see, look, the law is taking me for a ride. I'm using this phrase deliberately. Law doesn't take anybody for a ride, but law is taking me for granted that will wait infinitely for my justice. A person gets bail, after 50th time he commits the same offense, he comes outside and laughs at this Nirbhaya case. That accused is laughing at this publicly. So we said, look, for an interview purpose, I'll say, oh, we have to follow the law, we have to follow the law. But somewhere, your personal views, irrespective of whether they're right or wrong, you might say you have no emotions other than law. Or are you a robot or a machine to say law? That's why they said law is an ass. Remember this. So where are you? I want to see you as a person. Up till now I've seen all the ideal answers. Where are you as a person with some emotions in you which are independent of what is the ideal way of conduct of an IAS officer? The problem will come when there is a dichotomy of violating simple norms for the better good, larger good. Then what will you do? You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
The society will benefit quite a bit if I do a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's my choice. Where will I go now?
You can formulate your answer actually,
So,
even for this case and the case and other things. There are positive ways of thinking. It's not that I'm not advocating that you should go and shoot everybody involved.
yeah.
But there is a way. There is a NIA cases, why they are expedited. They can be a separate prosecution. The amendments can be brought in. There is separate courts to do this, justice. Unlike other normal courts, this court will only take this case, rape case, till it is ended, so that the justice is given quickly, and there is no public. You will be able to counter, public reaction. As a police officer, you should also advocate this. Basically, that we have to have reforms. We have to have a special courts only for this purpose, and they have to be monitored. As a police officer, I will monitor from time to time how the justice is going on, how the case is going. Like that, a positive way you can think and give. It may be practical, it may not be practical, but people appreciate your ideas and your views. Basically, you are not talking about what is written in CRPC, but what is your view, how you bring a reform, how you bring a revolution in the existing system. That shows your youth, in fact. If you are young, you always go for reform. If you are old, you are reconciled. Okay, nothing can be done. So that attitude should not be given.
Yeah. You have to see you as a person, not doctor in law. We know the law. We want you as an individual to come out and talk to them, discuss things with me. Then we'll see, yeah, this guy has got some original thought. Right?
Okay?
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, you wanted to seek some clarifications.
Sir, I think talking very fastly.
No, no. Right
No, I
space.
think it's-
Just right
Space
space.
is okay.
Fast, not fastly.
Yeah,
Don't say fastly,
yeah.
fast,
Yes, sir. It's the same mistake I did.
rapidly,
Rapidly.
but not fastly and all that.
Talking very rapidly, I tried.
So we find it is okay.
It's okay. We could understand whatever you spoke. Okay. All the best.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you. Sir. So should I be taking these? Should I be taking these files or?
No, you'll be
No, I
doing
think
it.
you